Welcome back to consecutive day 781 of a Diary of a Runpreneur. Please remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the link in the comments below to find out more and how you can support it, but do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. Thank you for your support, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 781 of a Diary of a Runpreneur, and the last 24 hours have been an enlightening one. I've been at the funeral of my parents' closest friends. They've known this family for longer than I've been born, so I think approaching 50 years. I've known this family since I was born, so it was a really tough one certainly for my parents, who are very close to them. And obviously it brought back a huge number of memories growing up with the family, etc. So, but it was an enlightening ceremony as well, and I'll tell you for why. So, well, first and foremost, it was an interesting event because, and it's not often the deceased. I'm not going to name names in respect to the family, but it's not often the deceased. The deceased was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It's usually a terminal disease. It's very difficult to salvage anybody who has pancreatic cancer, but they didn't lose optimism and hope, and he probably fought this for a couple of years, and they were still treating him until his last days, where eventually they had to give up and say, you know, we can't do any more, and this is now close to the end. And that was hours before the end occurred. But interestingly, the deceased, although he was never giving up, he was preparing things, and he wrote his own eulogy. He picked his own poem and songs for his funeral, so he had a real involvement in the funeral. And in some respects that's nice, because he got the send off that he would have wanted, because too many times you see funerals and eulogies and people send offs that I don't believe potentially do the deceased justice, because so much happens, so many people are touched in somebody's lives, and if you can't portray that accurately, which is really difficult to do, by the way, then it's quite sad thinking that somebody's life has been celebrated not to its full, potential or full achievement. And it was lovely connecting with the family. So it was a lovely funeral, as far as funerals can go, and it was lovely connecting with family and people who I haven't seen for years and years and years, but I've known all my life. And the enlightening part came from when you realise that life is too short, and you know what, if you want, too many times we all say we're too busy, but connecting with people and doing things that you know you should do but you don't currently do, now's the time to change them, because who knows what's around the corner, and you don't want to live with regrets. I mean, I travelled with my sister. I haven't seen my sister for months, and she lives in the village next door, and it's very sad that that's happened. It's nobody's fault. It's just that we're both busy people and we use that as an excuse, but not anymore. I'm not going to. So I've built a habit tracker to ensure that things I do every day, every week, bi-weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, are all logged, and I can be prompted to remind me to connect with certain people. Now, some people I'll connect with weekly, some people I'll connect with bi-monthly, depending on the relationship I have, but I'll still keep that connection. And things like trying to be more kind to my wife. I'm not kind, but I'm not as kind as I would like to be. So a little daily reminder to show an act of kindness to my wife is something that's important to me. Play games with my kids every day. Little things that are so easy, but so often we are too busy for that. And these are days I'm not going to get back. So I've built this out. I've added it to my task management software, and I'm really excited because I feel that I'm not going to be not doing things that I want to do now. And I'm not going to get it 100% every time, but I'll see my success rate because I'm tracking it and I'm reporting on it, and I'll change it and I'll add things to it and I'll remove things from it as life develops. But I just feel in a much better place to make improvements in areas and to make connections stronger in areas of my life that are important to me. So so that was a really cool outcome from a pretty somber event But that's pretty much it now. I've got a day in London today with our main investors, so I'm back at work today, which is an exciting day. I'm quite excited to see how it goes and what's going to transpire from it, which is cool. So I'll update on that tomorrow. But please do give this a subscribe and a share, as this is a fundraiser, and the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise and the more children's lives we save. So thank you ever so much for your support. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.